I'm only getting started. I'm proud of my achievements. I am an unapologetic winner. I am not satisfied with the journey. A journey can be exciting, but so can a destination. You can feel like you've reached the end of a journey, but there's always so much more to discover. Just because I've reached a milestone doesn't mean I'll quit. It means that I've put myself out there, made use of an opportunity, and went for it. A boss asked me to go to a workshop, and I jumped at the chance. It was one of the best decisions I made. My objective is to always push myself and improve. But I'm not going to beat myself up if I don't get a certain milestone, or I can't make a certain change immediately. It is up to you to decide what you think is a reasonable timeline. And if you feel that it is long, you have every right to accept that. Don't make excuses. Don't say, "I'm too busy, I can't," or "I can't commit." Your excuses are just that. Excuses. Change is never a sign of weakness. It is a sign of commitment. You don't need to see an instant change, but you have to commit to your goal and commit to the journey. You have to be willing to be in the moment and work every day to get better. Don't be afraid of failure. Don't be afraid of it at all, because learning from it is half the battle. If you're learning from a mistake, and you've learned a valuable lesson, then failure is not a failure. Some of the most successful people in the world have failed because they learned from their failures. You're not going to be the best at everything, so stop comparing yourself to others and know that you're on the right path to greatness. A good friend of mine had a horrible work experience. He was fired and he was devastated. He hated his job. He hated everyone at his company. He didn't want to do it anymore. He had no passion for it anymore. He lost his motivation and his drive to get up every morning. I kept telling him find a job that would be a good fit. He kept telling me that he hated his job, and it wasn't going to get better. I kept telling him that he would have a job, but it would never be what he really wanted to do. He finally came around, and he found a job that fit his personality and was similar to the job he had before. I don't think he'd even been at that job for 2 months when he came to me with tears in his eyes and told me that he found a better job that he was happier at. One of the greatest things about failure is that it can drive you to greatness. Failure doesn't mean that you are a failure. It means you're a student. You've got a few years to learn from your mistakes. So don't be afraid to fail. Don't let negativity drown your positive energy. Don't get me wrong. You should be able to use a negative experience as motivation, but you can't let it defeat you. Life is too short to get caught up in the negativity. When you start feeling like your life is going nowhere, it means that your positivity is becoming negative. Keep your positive energy alive, and don't allow your negativity to suffocate your greatness. Don't feel bad about having mistakes. Every person makes them. You are human, and mistakes happen. You can't let them drown your positivity. And when you're going to make them, it is not about being perfect. It is about making mistakes. Take a deep breath. Regroup and move on. Don't let this put limitations on you. We can't control what people say and do, It is important that you let it affect you positively, because that person does not know who you are. If you give them something negative to focus on, it can negatively affect your self-confidence. You don't need them to put limitations on you. If they do, just tell them that you don't agree with it. Ask them what they think. Do not give them an opportunity to criticize and insult you. Focus on being your own person and being the best that you can be. The people that know who you are will love you and support you no matter what. Put that energy that you would normally put into being the person someone else wants you to be, and focus it on being the best person you can be. Life is too short to waste energy on people who cannot accept you for who you are. Perhaps the most important lesson we learn from Seth Godin is this: don't waste your life arguing with people who don't like you. Spend the time embracing those who do. Enjoy what you do. Life is too short to be doing something that you're not passionate about. Go out of this and live your life to the fullest. Learn everything you can about what you do, and get as much experience as you can. Use every opportunity to experience something new. You never know what your next dream job will be, or what big ideas you will be thinking up next. You can't achieve your dream job and be happy if you're miserable, but it's hard for some people to experience the good things that happen to us because they're too caught up in the bad things. You can't control what happens to you. You can control your response. Life is all about the small victories. Winning doesn't always mean winning. It can also mean not losing. A lot of people are so concerned with winning, they lose sight of everything else. Most of us aren't going to win the lottery, but as long as we try, that's all that matters. Not winning is better than losing. And if you lose a little bit each day, that adds up to big victories. Winning is a beautiful feeling, but it's only possible when you're doing it with your entire heart. Every good thing that happens in your life is a victory. Even the things that are going wrong are victories if you learn from them. Have an attitude of gratitude, no matter what is going on or how things are going. Take a moment to be grateful for it, even if you are going through a bad time or you are being treated badly. Be grateful for what you have and you will find happiness. Always be grateful, and if you get down on yourself, remind yourself why you are doing what you are doing, and that will take you a long way. Your life is a gift. You were given this gift by yourself, so make the most of it. Give back. This doesn't mean that you should go out and do some charity work or something. It is about giving back to the people that have given you so much in your life. Be kind to them and let them do the same to you. Be charitable and generous. You will feel a lot better and be on your way to living your best life. Cut out toxic people. Never make time for toxic people. They will drain you of energy and destroy your self-esteem. You can have the most wonderful friends, but if you surround yourself with the wrong ones, it can be toxic for your happiness. You need to get rid of toxic people in your life, not cut them out. Be aware of what is going on around you. You don't have to take everything people say to heart, But you do have to take what they say with a grain of salt. Ignore the negatives and focus on the positives. Appreciate other people's talents. But you don't need to copy them. You can be your own artist. Choose to be happy. Choose to enjoy the good things in life. Choose to do the things that you love. Choose to appreciate everything that you have. And you will find it doesn't go as quickly as you think it will. Life is all about perspective. If you are miserable, you will be miserable. And it won't be worth living. I know a lot of people are miserable. But I can see the beauty in their lives, even when things are hard. And you are feeling really low. Choose to see the positives in your life. What you focus on expands. Life is too short to dwell on the bad things that happen to you. Try your best to see the good. And then keep that perspective the rest of your life.